I didn't have the energy to be a mom. No mom wants to be in a situation where she can't care for her kids. In 2011, I was a Wednesday morning, and we were getting up, Mark was getting ready to go to work, and I had this strange pain in my chest. And it was just kind of light, but I noticed it. I went downstairs and I was out of breath. And I'm like, why am I winded at that time? At that time, I was basically Layla Ali, like I was kickboxing, So I thought me going down the stairs being winded was definitely out of character. So we ended up going to the emergency room, and a few tests later, they told me I had pulmonary embolisms, which were blood clots in my lungs. And I'm like, well, when will they go through my heart? They're like, they've already gone through your heart. And I'm like, Jesus, okay. So to be in that situation and never really having been sick, and just the seriousness of the minute the doctor told me that's what it was, like people start rushing in. They gave you oxygen. I just could tell that, okay, this is not, I'd heard about blood clots, but I had never, experienced that. And so seeing how they reacted to the situation showed me just how serious it was. The recovery was difficult because I remember my husband calling my mom like, she's really tired. Like, this is kind of odd. I experienced some asthma, I experienced low iron levels just because of the medications that I was on at that time. So I felt very much, I felt like a dish rag. And so over the next quite a few months, it was just, recovery. That was the beginning of my long health journey. Last summer, I ended up getting a massage of all things. It didn't feel great, but I also didn't think that, he would tear ligaments in the process, And so I woke up September 1st and I could not walk, could not get out of the bed. And I was like, this is odd. Because symptoms can be lies, like they're not a part of God's plan for us. So, I'm not going to believe that I'm just going to be like this forever. And I was going on vacation that week, and I was like, oh, I'll just wait till, I get to Cancun. I'll be fine. I'll rest, But in Cancun, I went to walk up the stairs to get out of the pool, and I fell back because I had no feeling in my legs. And so I said, well, maybe I should go to the doctor. Maybe I should, I talked with one of our doctors. She's like, maybe you just need to make sure there's nothing else going on there. I said, okay. I got better. That was moving into November. Around December time, I was experiencing different types of pain than what the other pain I was used to. And that's when I was like, okay, something's not right here. So I scheduled an MRI. Yeah, it broke me down, just kind of like, what? Like, I love, being active, and I would love to be able to do more things with my boys. Like, they're active. They're, nonstop. And a lot of days I'll just be like, it pains me to just be like, no, just go ahead. I'll just kind of, or I'm walking behind them. I'm like, oh, go ahead, go further. I'm very thankful for my husband, who never complained, ever. And that's just a blessing in itself. When I couldn't, fully participate, or, there's been limitations on what I could do. So that was probably the week before 7 Days of Faith. I think Tuesday, my phone rang, and it was my doctor. And so I was like, hey. She's like, yeah, so we're gonna need you to do another MRI. I said, why? She said, they They called it a space. I don't know what that is. And I really wasn't about to Google it because I just didn't, at that point I was like, nah. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna go to service tonight. Prophet Winston got up, and so he starts talking, and he said his message was going to be restoring the years. And I was like, that's what I just said. Like, I turned to Mark, I was like, I just said that. And so, I was sitting there praying in my seat. I just felt like this cool breeze come over me. And I heard him say someone was just healed, and I was like, but I was more so wondering what was that? I didn't feel hot or tingly. I just felt cool. I felt at peace. Like I felt at ease. And after that, the main pain that I was having was gone. Tuesday was MRI. So Wednesday morning, just so happened to look at my phone and it was ringing. And it was her, my doctor. I actually knew she had the results because I saw an email come through that morning, and I figured that could have only been them. She said, the mass they thought they saw, there was nothing there. Mass. This was a space, now it was being, I'm glad she didn't tell me that beforehand, but mass they thought they saw, there was nothing there. And I was just so thankful. And that was just another time when he just proved that, he does what he says he's going to do.